Namaste. Greetings, dear friends. I want everybody out there that's tuning in just to take a couple precious breaths with me. Just deep inhale. And exhale. Even make a sigh or any type of outward expression to let out pent up energy. And let's breathe in again. And let's get it out. One more breath. And let it out. I am bringing awareness this week to breath, to taking a moment and just breathing it all in and letting all of the pent up crazy energy just out, and owning your moment for at least a moment and bringing it into stillness and patience and presence. There's a lot of crazy energies and a lot of crazy things out there in the outer world that are giving us plenty of opportunity to choose to focus our attention on. And that is where all of your power is, in the moment. Where are you focusing your attention? And where am I giving my power? And am I giving my power away by focusing my attention on a story or a thing outside of myself and my moment? And I realize that all of these crazy things are happening out there. But do I want to give my power away to that? Or do I want to own my power in my moment and we have the power to be wherever we choose to be, moment to moment to moment. And I think that we forget about that sometimes. And that's what I'm going to be talking about, as well as perspective and belief systems, man, and the human tendency to want to try to talk you into my belief system. And as a church, I think this is a really awesome thing to be talking about, because I'm not here to talk you into my belief system. That isn't going to create peace on planet Earth, everybody choosing into Clayton's belief system. That's the thing, is no one person's belief system is going to be seen fair and correct by everyone. And I'm not here to talk you into my belief system. I will share my belief system. I will present other people's belief systems. What's going to create world peace and connection and real community is me being open to your belief system, and me not taking offense to you having contrary beliefs than I do at the current moment. And one thing I've noticed is that my belief system has definitely changed over the years. It's evolved, it's changed dramatically from different life events, different experiences, different things that really resonated with my heart, the I Ching, all of these things. But you know what? That's true of anybody that's on any type of spiritual journey. And they're going to have their own experiences, their own perspectives, from their own, and their perspectives are coming from their experiences and what they've been exposed to and what I myself have chosen into adopting as a belief. And that's going to be different for everybody. Everybody's going to have, there's going to be people with really unique overlaying belief systems, and those people are going to connect over those belief systems. And that's great. But there's also people fighting wars because they have connected into those belief systems so deeply that they're passionately defending a story that's thousands of years old. And that's true of lots of different cultures and belief systems. And so the more we can be open to one another's belief systems, and the less attached we become to the stories that those belief systems are based upon, and the more we can understand and relate to one another, the more we're stepping into a space of exploration. We're exploring with each other. And I feel like that's where it's at. And I feel like I do have a great deal of things that I've been exposed to because I've been looking, right? And when you look, you tend to find. And but at the same time, I only know what I know from my perspective and my own life experiences. And the more open I can be to the perspectives of others and the situations of others, because the truth is, I might know somebody very well. They might be a very close friend of mine. But I have no true idea of all the intricacies and things that are going on in their life. I can imagine, but and the closer I am to somebody, the more conscious and aware I am of what is going on in their life. But the more conscious and aware I can be of the fact that I don't know. See, there's this tendency in the ego. It's part of our, like, oh, we want to be right, and we want to know, and we want to defend what we think we know. And I was thinking about it this morning earlier when I was like, what am I, because there's all these things that I wanted to talk about. And I like started to like make an outline of what I wanted to talk about. And then I was just like, I get to just trust and flow from my heart, and the things that I need to talk about, I'll end up talking about. But one of them that crossed my mind was the human desire to display information or perspective and wanting buy-in on the story. Because it doesn't matter what the belief system is, there's a story, usually. And sometimes that story is very old. Sometimes that story's been passed down from grandfather to grandchild to, a couple generations down, and it's a trauma or a perspective that has been bought into and continually bought into because that's how reality was growing up. And so, and then not realizing that that isn't like part of other people's normal reality. uh, what I'm saying is that many things are passed on and passed on and passed on. And what are we choosing to continue to pass on? That's the question I posed this week for myself and for anybody else that cares to contemplate that. And from what space am I going to embody as I pass those things down? What choices am I going to continue to choose into? What am I giving? We can only be conscious and aware of the perspective in which we are able to uh, remove ourselves, detach ourselves from our perspective, and embody different people's perspectives of what they could be feeling, experiencing, and not giving your power away to that, but being aware. And then choosing to focus where I am going to focus my attention. I was frustrated earlier today, and I took something personally, and it was actually this guy that I respected, and then all of a sudden I was exposed to like this perspective that he had, that he's propagating out into the world, and he's a pretty respected visionary leader, and I just was like offended by his like perpetuation of a story that's giving power away that I felt was in complete conflict, complete opposite from my own personal perspectives. And I took it personally. And I gave my power away to it by choosing to get. I got upset. I was just like, I felt, ooh, how could you be spreading such information? Whoa, is that where I want to be? Am I giving my power away to the story? His story? That I don't agree with? But here I am giving my power away to it, choosing to be upset in the moment instead of enjoying these beautiful, beautiful leaves and the sun coming down, and I'm sitting inside this little pyramid that I built, which I find really ironic at the current moment because Giannis pointed it out to me the other day. It's like, how come you build a pyramid? You're all about 3 6s and 9s. Like, usually I have a tetrahedron, and I don't know, just a really cool pyramid came up, and um, uh, so another thing I want to talk about is honoring yourself in the moment. And just tapping in and getting clear. Getting clear, like asking your heart, sitting down, taking the time and space to be still for a moment and tap into your heart. Where are we at? Hmm. Which brings me to Love Fest Day. Everybody's gonna become really familiar with Love Fest Day. I'm really excited for Love Fest Day to continue to grow and ripple because I think it's one of the most powerful things that we can do. It's coming up on November 13th. So put it on your calendar and start thinking about it now. Start planning out your Love Fest Day and pick out 3 people that have deeply impacted your life and plan on contacting them and sharing how much you are grateful for how they've deeply impacted your life and just like having a conversation of gratitude. Yeah. So, once again, November 13th, Love Fest Day. And then 3 either really well thought out acts of kindness and love and service, or 3 random acts of kindness on that day. Whatever resonates with you. And start practicing giving yourself some love. So, first of all, take some time and space. Dedicate it to yourself. You deserve it. And really, you can start by just protecting the space, however that looks like for you. And then I love. And that's step 1. So step 0 is I protect. And we're going through Christopher Witecki's step system, which is also where, to my knowledge, Love Fest Day was originally coined. Christopher Witecki, check him out. He's an astrologer. But I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. You can do this with me at home. I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. And then left hand on the heart. And I'm putting it on right in the center of my heart chakra, not my actual physical heart. I gratefully accept and receive, feel and enjoy this beautiful love for myself now. So that's really what I'm suggesting and giving you the opportunity to do to celebrate Love Fest Day with us on November 13th. So, plan it out. You got plenty of time. And we're just going to go into announcements, and I'm going to read through the mission statement. And there's just some exciting things happening. Very soon, I will be doing this weekly sermon from Mingle. And I'm really excited because Mingle and the Church of Flames are teaming up. I feel very much in alignment. We're sponsoring each other and in relationship with each other in support because they have a very similar vision of creating community and interaction and love and really expanding community. And the community is what it's all about. Community. Community is like a geodesic dome. And each strut in the dome is just as powerful and just as important to the whole structure. And when somebody in the community is suffering or out of whack, or yeah, you know, it's really beautiful when the community shows up and cheek, 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 and back to fucking yay. And that's how community works, is we're here for one another. And the only way it works is if we're open to one another and we lead by example and we get better and better and better, and that we're elevating each other instead of tearing each other down, because elevating each other works. Tearing each other down is just separating and creating more hurt emotions and more chaos and more, and that isn't what we want to create. And that isn't, yeah, I don't want to give my energy to any of that. I'm creating community. And Mingle is too. And if you're not familiar with Mingle, Mingle is a video, a live video platform that is designed to be very much like a real interactive experience. So you can talk to anybody, you can cluster, you can do all kinds of things that it's just a little bit more intimate and real life of a video platform. And so I'm going to start doing these weekly sermons from there here in the near future, and as uh, uh, from there to YouTube, so that you can still join us on YouTube. And speaking of that, if you please like, subscribe, share. The only way we can really grow is by people choosing to share and get involved and start working together from a space of love and detachment of the ego. And not saying, like, we need egos. An ego is part of us. And it's rather not we're giving our power away to it, or if it's working in alignment and in harmony with the rest of my operating system. And that's a balanced ego. And it's all about keeping the ego in check. And when I, like earlier, when I chose to take something personally, well, it was, yeah, it took me a couple of minutes, but I ended up like checking my ego and realizing that I was taking that personally, and that I can honor and respect that dude's choice to believe in a story and continue to put it out there into the world. And it made me look at, whoa, okay, what am I putting out there into the world? And am I trying to talk people into seeing Clayton's point of view and Clayton's perspective and beliefs? And on what levels? And so it really made me look at that, and I'm grateful, because I'm once again not here to talk you into my belief system. I am into a few belief systems, and I'll tell you what they are. I believe you're powerful. Yeah. And I am here to talk you into believing in my belief system when it comes to saying that you are powerful, and that you are a creator, and that you are creating at all moments in time, as I am as well. And that we are all a part of a bigger whole that we're all connected to and a part of. And that we have the ability to be conscious and aware, and to deepen our conscious awareness on a daily basis. that we have and you have the ability to grow, change, evolve, and that you have access to infinite creation, for you're a creator. And that you have full control over what you choose to focus your attention on, as do I. Those beliefs, and as well as this one. All of these, I am here to 100% invite you to resonate with me on. And this is the other big belief that I have. I believe in the human race. I believe that we can work together, that we can grow in compassion, in love, in understanding, and in forgiveness, and to grow our ability to relate to one another by choosing to be vulnerable instead of butthurt. That we can grow together to the point where we're working together in harmony, to where everybody has all of their basic human needs just met. And live in a world of abundance instead of scarcity. I believe that the human race can come together and heal. And I believe that the majority of the planet would love to have peace on planet Earth. Yes. And I believe that this is a possibility, but it's only a real possibility if we start working together. And this is an invitation for you to start working together. You know, the question was posed the other day in a meeting, what does the church have to offer to the community? And we're a growing entity, and we're just getting started. And we're growing and growing, and people are resonating, and the perfect people are coming in at the perfect time, at the perfect rate. But we're working together and in harmony with a greater purpose, greater than I, but not greater than I. And when we really hone into that, and we recognize the equality that every single one of my brothers and sisters here on planet Earth are equal. Not equal in skills, not equal in knowledge, not equal. No, they're all uniquely fucking brilliant, uniquely powerful, uniquely an impact and a piece of the puzzle to the greater whole. 100% equal, and that we all have an effect on one another, and we all can choose how that whatever's delivered is being absorbed and felt, and what choice I'm receiving from. All choice, free will. It's this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing, free will. And we have the power to choose. How many of us are choosing consciously? How many of us are actually actively choosing what we hold in our minds, what we think about, what we choose to feel, what state do I choose to embody in this current moment? How many of us are being conscious of that on a daily basis? I trust that the numbers are growing. I trust that this alone brings conscientious awareness to your thoughts and what you choose to entertain in your mind. And while I'm on the subject, I'm going to remind myself that I am the master and controller of my mind. Anyway, you are powerful. And I feel like the more we. Have you ever been to a conscious festival? Or a festival where you resonated with the people that were around you and it was just like this. And then um, it's almost like there's like this period after a festival where all of this, because you're not getting, it's almost like you're missing something, and it's because you're not getting the constant reflections from a particular uplifting space. And then all of a sudden you can give that to yourself and you can give that to yourself. But the more we reflect with one another, the more we actively uh, hold each other in a space. And that's the beautiful thing about community, and that's the beautiful thing about connection is we remind each other. And when we're reminding each other of beautiful things like compassion and trust and forgiveness and love and support and showing up and like just uh, it deeply bonds these friendships that are just they're built on such beautiful foundations and experiences, and that's what I want to share with the world. That's what I want to grow. That's what I want to be surrounded by, and I am surrounded by, and I do see it multiplying, and I am so grateful because I am surrounded by beautiful, harmonious, amazing, gifted, talented, beautiful beings of light. And my relationships are based on integrity and mutual benefit and love. So much love and so much trust. And I'm so grateful because I have very beautiful relationships. And I have a lot of friends that I love dearly, that love me dearly. And I am grateful. So grateful. And I love my friends so much. And I truly, truly do. I love my friends so much, and I am so grateful. Um, so I just over the next week, and I'm inviting you to be conscious of what stories am I entertaining, what thoughts am I holding, what outside perspectives and like chaos am I feeding my mind? Am I watching the news? If so, it's one other thing I'm gonna just. No, you know what? If you want to watch the news and that resonates with you, I support you watching the news. However, I invite you to not watch the news, for 2 weeks and do some yoga and pick up a staff. Like, for real, you guys, the contact staff, Flow Toys, Flow Arts, Poi. It creates ambidextrous, right, left hemispheres of the brain. It really does a lot up here, okay? And believe it or not, this has a bit of control over the rest of the system. So, like, becoming ambidextrous is such a big thing because it does change everything in so many ways. And there's a whole bunch of, I was in Quartzsite, and there's this beautiful senior citizen community center there that this lady was a stroke victim, and she had healed herself and gained her muscle skills from Poi. And she healed a lot quicker. Her motor skills obviously became really good because she's actually a pretty great Poi spinner. And she's teaching a Poi class that was filled. The whole room was filled with elderly people spinning Poi. Some of them, half of the class was done in chairs, and half of it standing up for those that could stand up. And I just thought that was so beautiful to see. And so, it really puts you into the present moment. It really puts you into flow. When you're in the flow state, anandamite's being released, which also check into cacao, because that's what's in cacao. It's the bliss molecule. So, but not to go into all of that, but just to bring awareness that finding something that you can do to move your body to be in a present moment with you. Whatever that looks like, rather that's putting some headphones on and dancing, rather that's taking a jog up in the canyon, going for a hike. Like, let's focus on these things this week. And if you think that you don't have time, take a look at your schedule, see what you can cut. Because it's important to give yourself that. So important. So very, very important to give yourself that. Whatever that is for you. And each one of you is going to have a different that puts you in a space of where you are connected with yourself. You are in the flow. You are loving your moment and embodying whatever it is that you're doing. Like, just full in your moment. So that's this week's homework. Leave it in your comments, share, tell me what it is that you gave yourself, that you went and did, that put you in that flow state, in that just in your own little world, loving it state. Tell me what you did this week. Leave it in the comments. Encourage your friends to do it with you too. But make sure that you're doing it where you're in your moment, not in your friend's moment, not your friends might be there, but you're got your headphones in and you're tuned out to what they're doing. You're in you, whatever it is that brings you so much delight. So I look forward to a whole bunch of my friends telling me what you did that brought you delight this week. Okay? All right. With that, I'm going to go ahead and make some announcements and read through our mission statement. uh, and because it is important, I really do want people to start joining us. We're going to be offering all kinds of different workshops in all of the temples over the coming year. We're going to have start up all kinds of projects. Right now, we're getting really clear on what those projects are, and and then there'll be an invitation for you guys to get involved in some of those projects. And in workshops, in learning, we're all about skill, share, trade, open communication, open source uh, technology, working together for the betterment of humanity, all of humanity. We are all brothers and sisters on planet Earth. Let's stop fighting. Let's let go of some stories. Let's be conscious and aware of where we're giving our power away and what we actually want to create on planet Earth. This is an invitation. Let's create something beautiful. Let's connect. Let's hold space for one another without judgment. And let's check our judgments. I consciously choose to check my judgments. And if I'm judging somebody, I'm giving my power away in the moment. Rather, I choose to be conscious and aware of it or not. And I choose to be conscious and aware of it more so every day, in every way. I choose to expand my conscientious awareness and deepen my love and my compassion. I choose. I am. The more conscious and aware we can be of our speech, the vibrations of creation that are coming out of our mouth, the stories that we recreate, retell, fight for, the more we can hone in. Well, in my opinion, the better. Um, and I invite that. And I'm sending all of you so much love. Thank you for joining us today for my weekly address. I want to move on to reading our mission statement because it is powerful. And it is what we're all about. So, the Church of Flames is a sacred container providing education through arts, wellness, and sustainability for human and planetary evolution. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So I'm inviting you to come work with me to do that, to come play with me, to come create with me and teams and like grow and evolve together and support one another in a loving space, in a safe space, and keep that space safe. Yeah. So, we believe in the conscientious activation of one's godlike self. As creators, we hold sacred the value of free agency and our freedom of choice. In remembering our equanimity and our divinity, we transcend pain, fear, doubt, judgment, and shame into higher vibrational frequencies of compassion, forgiveness, understanding, acceptance, and accountability. Expanding our own unique relationship to the divine. Co-Flames is the church of fire, love, art, music, equality, and sustainability that brings ideas into manifestation. Combining ancient wisdom with modern technologies allows for the creation of a sustainable planet. Yes. And there's all kinds of ancient technologies and modern technologies that when we start working together, we as a human race can create a sustainable planet and be in harmony with all life on planet Earth. That was a little bit of an add-on. We believe in vibrational frequencies holds keys to transform our inner and outer worlds. Fire and sound offer frequencies that have the power to transform both metaphorically and literally. Ceremony, ritual, movement, and breath are centralized to the expansion of self-love and loving awareness. As above, so below. We are all one, operating within a unified state of consciousness. By uniting like-minded people and resources, we work together with a common purpose. Creating peace and abundance for all life on planet Earth. That is my mission. That is the church's mission. And it's really about uniting, connecting, harmonizing, relating, learning new ways of conflict resolution, evolving even that, right? And like really exploring how to bend, shift, and mold and accept one another. Because you know what? This is another thing I wanted to talk about is how words get changed by culture over time to like be so far off of perspective from their original meaning. Like for instance, modesty in Utah means what kind of clothes you're wearing. Like, and modesty, the original definition of the word, the true, like my definition of the word modesty has nothing to do with clothes or what. No, it's not even fucking close. Modesty means being able to see equality and keep my ego in check and not act imperiously towards one another, even a little bit, and just see my brothers and sisters from an equal playing field where we're playing, where we're creating with each other, and not playing the me game, which is a story that like it's just part of like something that we get to transform, or we have the opportunity to transform. And that's what I'm here to do, is to transform energy. That's what fire does. Fire transforms everything that it burns. And so you know what? I feel so blessed. And I feel so grateful. I want to take a moment to recognize my team, to give props to Aaron Clavel, Giannis, Adrian, all of Chris Coleman, Shen, Rain, Rob, Alex Loosman. I'm gonna give like Brandy Hardman, there's been so many people along the way. Takea, Travi, everybody at everybody at the Fireshire, everybody in Rainbow Body, everybody in Breath of Fire, all of my fire tribe, my entire fire tribe, all of you. Fire Muse Circus, Incinerary Fire, Utah Fire Tribe, fucking like all of the many tribes I'm a part of. Thank you. Thank you. I love you all so much, and I support the growth and the expansion and the brilliance, and I'm having my mind blown quite often by my beautiful friends, and it's beautiful because they've all blossomed and grown, and like, wow. Good job, friends. Good job. And an encouragement to just keep on shining brighter and brighter and brighter, and uh, focus on that, not all the craziness in the outside world, because you are shining brighter than you might know it, and you're deeply impacting people on a way that you might not clearly understand at the current moment by choosing into doing what you love and radiating it. To all my friends doing that, and everybody that's put so much time and energy into the creation of this thing that we've built, for people to connect, for people to come together, for people to work together, because we have a vision of peace on planet Earth. And we accept all belief systems. We accept all people. However, we are also very clear on where we're coming from and the space in which we're holding and what we are growing. Very clear on that. But also open and receptive and playing this beautiful game called life that we're all doing simultaneously on planet Earth. What kind of life do we want to co-create? And be the change you want to see in the world. If everybody starts being, if the 99% realizes that they're powerful and that they're the 99%, and that they want peace on planet Earth, and that they all decide to be the change they want to see, the world just changed. So be the change you want to see in the world. Yeah. I love you. 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 Thank you, beautiful team. Thank you to everybody that's choosing into all the different teams that I got going on right now. Thank you. And thank you to all of the people that have inspired me along the way. I have been inspired by some really amazing, beautiful mentors, teachers. And maybe I should do a video of just like thank yous, because that could take up quite a bit of time. But I love you all so much. Big shout out to Hope, Susie Piper, Susie and Jack. And there's so many people that I love you. I love you. Thank you. And you all know who you are. So, I do, I want to read to you the 9 pillars of flames because I do feel like educating everybody in what we are doing and what we're all about is, if you don't know what we're about, then you don't know. And so here's an opportunity. These are the 9 pillars of flames, and I'm just going to read them to you. 1, safe, sacred space. Always. That is of the utmost importance. A sanctuary where all are held with care, intention, and unwavering presence. This space is set with love and always maintained as a refuge of trust, transformation, and divine expression. Yeah, and everywhere we show up, that space is created and maintained always. So, uh-huh. 2 is integrity and accountability. It's a pillar. These are all pillars, right? Words, actions, and intentions are aligned. We stand in truth, knowing that authenticity and responsibility build the foundation on all we create. It's a pillar. Okay, pillar number 3. Radical acceptance. And before I go into this, I just want, one of my realizations in this morning is like, that's true power right there. Yeah, I used to think false power and the ability to control or manipulate situations, or like that was power. And that's not power, that's false power. True power is acceptance. The more you can accept something, the deeper your acceptance, the greater your power. That's what I realized this morning, on a deeper level than before. So, pillar number 3, radical acceptance. Embracing all aspects of our being with respect, compassion, and forgiveness. Here, we release judgment and hold space for full spectrum of human experience. I love myself. Okay. Oh, and it's perfect because pillar 4 is self-love. Yeah. Self-love, self-acceptance, and self-exploration. That's the pillar. One more time. Pillar 4. Self-love, self-acceptance, and self-exploration. Fully encouraged. The more you explore yourself, the more you know yourself. And how many of us are really exploring ourselves? And on what levels? Just something to think about. On what levels are you exploring yourself? Let me know in the comments. All right. Pillar number 5. The art of listening. True connection begins with deep, intentional listening. Through clear and proactive communication, nonviolent expression, and conscious conflict resolution, we create a symphony of understanding where all voices are valued and heard. Pretty good pillar. Listening. Deep listening. Pillar number 6. The art of fueling a spark into a flame. We recognize the unique brilliance in every soul, honoring the hidden gifts, passions, and talents waiting to emerge. And we fluff it, and we blow some air on it, and we give it a little more tinder until boom. Because if we're all doing that for each other, then yeah, that feels good. That feels good, feeding each other. The fuel, the breath that we need to go from a spark into a flame. Yeah. All right. Pillar number 7. Teamwork makes the dream work. Through trust, synergy, and a shared purpose, we weave dreams into reality and create something greater than ourselves. Yes. And really, teamwork's the only way the dream works. And so, if you want to be on my team, come join my team. Getting involved. There's lots of things that you're going to be able to get involved in over the next year. And keep tuning in, because we are evolving and growing and getting really clear on what those projects are, and how we're funding them. So also, if you got some money to throw at us, please do. We are open and receptive and receiving right now, because we do have some magnificent projects that we are clear on. It's getting them out on paper and digestible to an audience, and getting really clear and focused on yeah. So it's a lot of work, but everything is in motion, and all of it costs money. So if you happen to have money as a resource and the ability to share that resource with us, please do. All right, we have a PayPal account. The scan code is on our website, which is churchofflames.org. So please visit our website. It's getting updated and progressing, just like we are. We're evolving. And we're moving on to Pillar 8. Vulnerability and the sacredness of being seen. So important. All of these pillars are so important. When we are vulnerable, it's quite often very scary, and it's like a choice. You're choosing into being vulnerable, and but it gives people the opportunity to relate, and for other people to not feel so alone, because there's a whole bunch of people wearing masks out there that have lost touch with who they even are, because they've given their power away to a story, to the point where they've forgotten some of their core qualities that are just so beautiful, that all they need to do is be watered, nurtured, and remembered. And all of a sudden, oh yeah, I do have all of these beautiful skills and talents and attributes to my being, and anyway, people very much enjoy being seen. They do. And they like being recognized and valued. Everybody wants to feel valued. Everybody wants to feel seen and heard and valued and respected. Yeah. And so, vulnerability and the sacredness of being seen is pillar number 8. To reveal oneself fully in an act of courage and beauty. Here, vulnerability is not weakness, but a divine gateway to connection, depth, and healing. We cherish and celebrate the power of authenticity. Yeah. And then Pillar 9, man. This one is so important. They're all so important. Pillar 9 is consent. Consent. It's an important thing, consent. The foundation of sovereignty, respect. A true freedom in all interactions. We honor all of these sacred guidelines that cultivate conscientious self expression, communal participation, and transformative experiences. And that's for all of the 9 pillars of flames. So, that's what we're all about. And I'm also going to go ahead and read you who is the Church of Flames. Who is the Church of Flames? A nonprofit 501c3 religious organization founded by Clayton Allred in 2021. FLAMES is an acronym that celebrates our fundamental connection and spiritual equality of all to the One. Each is a container for exploration into self and our commitment to our experience in the evolution of Earth. Fire, the element that drives us into our destiny through what we are passionate about. Love, the energy that, much like fire, inspires. However, its vibrating expression as well as an emotional one. Art, just as much as it tells a story of time, it connects communities, opens minds, and moves us, often beyond our own words. Music, like art, music, like art moves us. Music creates a container for our connection to messages, cultures, history, etc., as it's been called, and justly so, the universal language. Equality, a spatial truth, a human struggle. We are all equal in spirit, living our own unique story through free will and experience. Sustainability, our duty. As we evolve and expand with Earth, we are called to create sustainable availability of resources through innovative and affordable solutions that provide reliable, versatility for a conscious, aligned progression into the Aquarian age. And that's really what we're all about. And if you're about those things, I invite you to get a hold of us, reach out to us if you want to work with us. We're all about teamwork makes the dream work. And spreading love and celebrating self-love and those 9 pillars. So each of the acronym of flames has a temple and a temple president, and everything in the entire church, everything is set up in sacred geometry. Everything begins as a seed of life and goes out into a flower. So the board of directors, there's 3, and then the rest of the seed, which is officers, and then there's people that are working with us that are also a part of that administrative flower. And then each of the temples has a seed, And they have a president of that temple, for which has a team of 6 people, creating a seed of life for each temple. And so uh, we are growing, expanding, and we're here to uh, bring people together in a loving way that promotes uh, you deepening your connection with yourself and your own divinity and your own power and your own talents and blossoming. Because if we're all like focused on that and connecting, then we're not focused on taking things personally and defending our beliefs, and like it's a different energy. So this organization is offering you opportunities to connect with people in a particular space that's uplifting, where we're focusing on creating together instead of all the other chaos that's going on in the world. And we're working together on creating solutions for basic human needs that are affordable, that are doable, that are teachable. And being able to go out into things, first of all, get legislature changed so that we can do different things, but really start giving people solutions, shelter, clean drinking water, and the ability to teach and build themselves and teach people how to build. Things ripple out in powerful waves, and they all start with a big splash. Well, here we are inviting you to be a part of a big splash. Be a part of it energetically, financially, uh, uh, with your skills, with your, like, come be a part of it however you would like to show up and whatever you would like to offer. Bring your offering. Let's create. So each of those temples, I just want to go through them, introduce them so that everybody can get to know them. I also want to take this time to remind everybody that the equality page is up, the Church of Flames equality page. If you're interested in participating in uh, we're going on a journey in that group, and we're going to start learning all of the things that the church is based off of, which we're not saying uh, you need to buy into. Nope. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to learn, to explore, to expand your own relationship with yourself, and gain a deeper understanding of how others might work, and learn how to work with them. So if you want to like learn and explore that, then it's an invitation. Check out the page. It's we're breaking into it slowly so that people can follow along, regardless of your exposure to the I Ching, astrology, the gene keys, human design, sacred geometry, quantum physics. Like, uh, anyway, we're going on a journey, and now's a good time to follow along because we're at the start. And uh, if you want to get involved in what we're doing, this is the start. This is the start of a movement, and I am inviting the human race to come together. I'm inviting other like-minded visionaries out there, other people that are actively creating community and creating solutions and thinking outside of the box, and really like let's create, let's connect. Our resources are doubled and tripled and quadrupled as we connect with like-minded people. So that's how teamwork makes the dream work. And this is an invitation to get involved. It's an invitation to. Uh, I know I have a lot of friends out there that have quite a bit of money. It's an invitation for you to get involved financially and make some of these things like happen. Um, and I know that that money will come at the perfect time from the perfect people, and I'm not worried about it. I'm still moving forward. I'm focusing my attention on the things that I can create and that I am creating, and I know that that's in alignment with whoever it's in alignment with at the current moment, and that's going to grow and grow and grow, because I'm growing, and I'm going to continue to grow, and I'm coming from an accountable space, and really uh, a loving space, and I'm deepening that love on a continuous basis. So, uh, thank you for joining me through this. Um, I trust that I said the perfect things for the perfect people to hear at the perfect moment. And I leave you with uh, a beautiful truth that I choose to be conscious and aware of on a daily basis. And that is, I have the power in mind, I have the love in mind, I have the peace in mind, and I have the freedom in mind to consciously select any state instantaneously. And that's true of every human being on planet Earth. Rather, you're choosing to be conscious and aware of it or not. And so I inspire, at least with that, that you're now conscious and aware of it. I love myself. I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. And I love you too. Have a beautiful week. Oh,